Welcome students to class 7th. Today we will start with our new chapter. The name of the chapter is Inside Our Earth. Students, we are continuing with the geography part in chapter number 2, second chapter. So let us understand what is Earth. Before learning about inside the Earth, we must know what is Earth. So, the earth comprises three layers: crust, mantle and core. So students, I will explain you what do you mean by earth. Earth is a planet. It is a unique planet on which life exists and we all are living on earth. So now we will understand about the layers of earth. The earth comprises three layers. What are they? Crust, mantle and core. Okay, look at the diagram. The outermost layer is crust. Then next is mantle and the outer core and inner core. You can look at the diagram. There is written some kilometers. That is about the crust. That means 5 to 50 kilometer is crust. Then up to 2900 kilometer is mantle and outer core is up to 5100 kilometer and inner core is 6370 kilometer. Let's go through the definitions which will make your understanding more clear. What is the interior of the earth? The earth is made up of three concentric layers: crust, mantle and core. The uppermost layer over the earth's surface is called the crust. It is about 35 km thick on the continental masses and only 5 km thick on the ocean floor. So students, do you know what is the meaning of continental masses and ocean floor? This will be clear with the diagram. Look at the picture. There is written continental crust. Okay, that means the land mass, means the land. And ocean crust, it refers to, you can see the blue color below the ocean. Ocean is of blue color and the brown color, dark brown color, that is the oceanic crust. Up to 5 km is the crust in oceanic crust and in continental it is 35 km. Okay. It is made up of silica and alumina. What are the components that are silica and alumina? It is made up of silica and alumina and thus called Cl. We can say Si for silica and Al for alumina. Okay. Then the oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium called Sima. So then what is the components of oceanic crust? It is made up of silica and magnesium. So we call it Sima. Okay, Si for silica and Ma for magnesium. Just below the crust is the mantle up to an extent of 2900 km. Then next comes, as the crust is done, then what comes? Mantle. Mantle is up to 2900 km. Then next is core. The innermost layer is the core with a radius of 3500 km. As it is made up of nickel and iron, it is called knife. That is Ni for nickel and Ni for nickel and F furious. What is it? Do you know what is furious? It is the name, scientific name. Okay, for iron. Then NiNFe. The center core has a very high temperature and pressure. This diagram you had already got. Okay. Now let us know something. Do you know? This is a statement given in your book in the boxes, that is, do you know? And you must know it. The deepest mine in the world is in South Africa. It is about 4 kilometers deep. Another important point, to reach to the center of the earth, you will have to dig a hole 6,000 kilometers deep on the ocean floor. Now coming to the rocks and minerals. The earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. Okay? Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called a rock. Did you get the definition? What do you mean by rock? The earth crust is made up of various types of rocks, and any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust, it is called a rock. There are 3 major types of rocks. How many types of rocks are given? Igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. Look at the picture. You can understand what kind of igneous or how sedimentary or metamorphic rocks look like. Okay, let's go with the definitions. When the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks thus formed are called igneous or primary rocks. So, it is the primary rock. What is primary? Igneous rocks are primary rocks, because when the molten magma cools, from where this molten magma comes? It comes when the volcano erupts. Okay? And there are again 2 types of igneous rocks. What are they? Extrusive and intrusive. These are all igneous rocks, and even they are also called mother of all rocks. Now come to the definition of sedimentary rocks. Rocks roll down and break into small fragments, and these smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. So students, as the igneous rocks are formed, then they roll down and break into small fragments. Okay, then these small fragments are transported, compressed and hardened. Then the next rock which is formed is called sedimentary rocks. Then next is metamorphic rocks. These are rocks that have become changed by intense heat or pressure while forming. In the very hot and pressured condition deep inside the earth crust, both sedimentary and igneous rocks can be changed into metamorphic rocks. Then what happens? How metamorphic rocks are formed? By intense heat and pressure. They are formed. That means from sedimentary or from igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks can be formed. This is the definition of rock cycle. What I have taught you, that how igneous, then how sedimentary rocks, and then how metamorphic rocks are formed. Then this transformation is only known as rock cycle. Read the definition. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. The process of transformation of the rock from one to another is called the rock cycle. You can draw this diagram in your copy so that you can easily understand it. This diagram only shows you the rock cycle. Okay? Rocks are made up of different minerals. Okay? Minerals are naturally occurring substances which have certain physical properties and definite chemical composition. These are the key points, students. You can read and go through it. They are very easy. So, with this, our chapter is completed. We'll do our exercise part in next class.